Welcome to Speak Local, where we break down real, everyday Aussie English.
Let's get into it.
There's a technique used by CIA field agents, Olympic interpreters, and the world's top polyglots to become conversational in a new language, insanely fast. And most language learners have never heard of it. It's not Duolingo, it's not flashcards, it's also not memorizing 500 verb conjugations until your brain is leaking out of your ears. It's called shadowing. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to do it, why it works, and the 3 biggest mistakes that stop people from getting real results. I'm going to teach you the same method in the next 15 minutes, so stick with me because lesson 1 starts right now. Okay, so what actually is shadowing? Shadowing is exactly what it sounds like. You listen to a native speaker and you repeat what they say at almost the same time, like a shadow. You're not waiting for them to finish, you're chasing them about a second behind. That's it. That is the whole technique. But the magic is in what your brain is being forced to do. You're chasing them. What you're doing is you're hearing, you're processing, and producing all at once, a little bit like a computer. Your mouth is copying the rhythm, so it's important that you speak whilst you shadow. Your ears are training to catch sounds you've never made before, and your brain stops translating from English in the background because it doesn't have to. And it also doesn't have the time to do it. That is the secret. Shadowing kills the translation habit that you naturally will do going from English to another language or another language to English. And just so you know, this isn't some TikTok hack. The Foreign Service Institute, which is basically the language boot camp for American diplomats and yes, intelligence officers, has used this shadowing style drill for decades. They need people fluent in months, not years, so they don't mess around with cute apps, they use what works. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever studied a language for months, maybe even years, but the second a real native speaker talks to you, your brain just freezes? And this has absolutely happened to me as well. I am so excited to put my new language skills to the test, but the moment that person speaks back to me, I freeze and I fall to bits, and they often just end up speaking to me in my native tongue, which doesn't help my learning. So why does this happen? It's because traditional study trains you to read and translate. Open the textbook, see the word, look up the meaning, write it down. That's input, it's slow, and it's silent. But a real conversation moves at roughly 150 words a minute. Nobody is waiting while you mentally flip through your verb chart. Shadowing flips the whole thing. Instead of input, translate, output, you train input, output directly. You skip the translation step entirely. Your mouth learns to fire off the sounds before your conscious brain even has the time to catch up. It's the same reason a tennis player doesn't think, okay, swing the racket at a 45-degree angle. They've shadowed the motion so many times, it's become automatic language as a motor skill. We just forget that because we treat it like a school subject. All right, enough theory. Let's actually do this. Here's the 4-step shadowing method. Grab a pen if you want, or just keep watching because I'm going to put each step on screen. So step 1, pick your audio. This is where most people make a mistake. They grab a movie scene or a podcast or a news broadcast. It's too fast and it's too long. You are going to burn out in about 30 seconds. Here's the rule. The clip should be 30 seconds to 2 minutes long, spoken by a native speaker on a topic you actually find interesting. Slightly slower than real conversation is fine when you start, but you do want that human conversation element to be important. Step 2, listen to it once. Go all the way through and just don't repeat anything yet. Just notice the rhythm. When do they pause? When does their voice go up? When does the voice go down? You're not trying to understand every word. What you are doing is you're trying to feel the shape of how they talk. This is the step everyone skips. Don't skip it. It's like stretching before a workout. It is boring, but it stops you from hurting yourself later. Step 3, now you're going to shadow with the text. So in the videos that we create at Speak Local, we always have the transcript or the captioning in the video so that you are ready to shadow along. Hit play and start speaking out loud at the same time that the audio does, reading the transcript as you go. It'll feel clumsy, you'll trip over words. That's okay, and that is actually the point. For every video, you should do this roughly 3 to 5 times. Each pass, you'll get smoother. Words that felt impossible on round 1 will start clicking by round 4. This is your brain rewiring in real time. This is step 4, the big one. Close the transcript and you're going to shadow with just your ears. This is where the real gains happen because you don't have a safety net. It's just you, the audio, and your mouth trying to keep up. You will sound terrible at first. Believe me, I sounded terrible at first as well. Everyone has this. And if you keep doing it about 10 to 15 minutes a day for 2 weeks, something weird will happen. You'll catch yourself thinking in the rhythm of the language. You'll dream in it. The accent that felt impossible, it's just there because your mouth has done the reps. So 10 to 15 minutes a day, that's your dose. More than that, and you'll get tired and sloppy. Less than that, and it won't stick. Treat it like brushing your teeth, short, daily, non-negotiable. Speak Local videos are set up to help you put this technique into practice. Now, I'm going to give you the 3 mistakes that will kill your progress. And I promise you those mistakes, so here they are. If you're shadowing and not seeing results, it's nearly always one of these. Mistake number 1, you're whispering. I see this all the time. People feel embarrassed, so they shadow under their breath, barely moving their mouth. That's like going to the gym and lifting the bar without any plates. Your mouth muscles need the actual workout. Speak up, speak loudly, and even if you live with people, especially if you live with people, they will get used to it. Mistake number 2, stop trying to look up every word you don't know. This isn't the point. Shadowing is not vocabulary practice. Shadowing is rhythm and reflex practice. There's a word you don't know, just say the sound of it and move on. If you really want to, look it up later. But during the shadowing session, your job is to keep up, not to understand. This is the hardest mental shift for adult learners, by the way. We're trained in school to chase comprehension. We're not marking you down for that. Shadowing asks you to let go of it. Trust the process. The meaning will catch up later and it's going to do it on its own. Mistake number 3, your audio is too hard. If you're a beginner shadowing a fast political debate, you're going to quit immediately. Pick something slightly just above your level. you should be able to recognize maybe 70 to 80% of the words. If you understand 100%, it's too easy and you're not growing. If you understand 30%, it's too hard and you're suffering. The sweet spot is when it feels challenging but possible. All right, we've talked enough. Let's do one rep together right now so you've got the feeling of it before you close this video. I'm going to play a short clip. It doesn't matter what language you're learning. I just want you to feel the mechanic. Watch how I shadow it the first time, and I want you to try it with me on the second pass. Round 1, just listen and notice the pauses.
Yeah, I went to the game. West Coast were in Sydney, played the Swans at the SCG.
How did they go?
Lost by 6 points, which is frustrating because we were in front for most of the third quarter and then completely fell apart in the last.
Oh, that's rough.
It is what it is. But the experience was great, honestly. I love going to the SCG. It's a beautiful stadium, really old, really atmospheric. Good crowd.
Were there many Eagles supporters there?
A few, not many. It's Sydney, so it's mostly Swans fans. But there were enough of us to make some noise. And everyone was pretty respectful, which you appreciate.
Did you get food there too?
A pie, because you have to.
That's basically the law.
It should be. Got one at halftime, a meat pie. Stood there eating it and watching the warm-up for the second half. It was perfect.
Round 2, now we shadow it together. Speak out loud, and yes, even if someone is in the next room. Here we go.
Yeah, I went to the game. West Coast were in Sydney, played the Swans at the SCG.
How did they go?
Lost by 6 points, which is frustrating because we were in front for most of the third quarter and then completely fell apart in the last.
Oh, that's rough.
It is what it is. But the experience was great, honestly. I love going to the SCG. It's a beautiful stadium, really old, really atmospheric. Good crowd.
Were there many Eagles supporters there?
A few, not many. It's Sydney, so it's mostly Swans fans. But there were enough of us to make some noise. And everyone was pretty respectful, which you appreciate.
Did you get food there too?
A pie, because you have to.
That's basically the law.
It should be. Got one at halftime, a meat pie. Stood there eating it and watching the warm-up for the second half. It was perfect.
Felt weird, right? Good. That weird feeling, that's your brain forming a new pathway. 2 weeks of that and you won't recognize yourself. All right, before we wrap up, here is a quick recap. Pick a short clip, listen first, and shadow with the transcript 3 to 5 times. Then drop the transcript and shadow blind. 10 to 15 minutes a day and speak loud. Don't chase every word and pick audio slightly above your level. Do that for 2 weeks, just 2 weeks, and then come back to me and tell me you don't sound dramatically more natural. I'll wait.
Thanks so much for learning with us today.
If it helped, give us a subscribe. And the next lesson's ready when you are.
This has been Speak Local, real, everyday Aussie English.
See you next time. Catch ya.